All right, hey everybody, Chef Roshow, cooking with me, showing you guys how to cook for 4 more people, and just the importance of cooking a plethora of amount of food. And that is probably the most important. You always want people, when they come over, to have more than enough. You rather have savings of food, leftovers for yourself, even if everybody doesn't eat it or you take it home. So that's the biggest thing. So right now, I'm getting some red rice on. I have the rice already fully cooked. I have my tomato-based sauce. I have steaks that I'm gonna cook. That's in the fridge. A big chuck roast steak, and then I just got some. I got some appetizers. I would call it. The bread is gonna go in. We're gonna put some cream cheese. We're gonna put some mushrooms on top as well, and we're gonna do a strawberry arugula salad. So I'm gonna get started. Finishing up with the red rice, cooking, and I'm gonna throw some stuff in the oven. So come on. Well, I hope everybody's having a good Friday. Let's start there. I know Friday's different now with the quarantine, but some people are at work. Some people had to be in the office during this quarantine, so to you guys, it's Friday, so that's a good day. Now, if you're a nurse or someone in the medical field, that's a little different, but hopefully you do get to enjoy this Friday night. Now, on the East Coast, again, thank you. I know it's 9:30 over there, so I really appreciate it. Now, red rice is pretty easy. Probably one of the easier recipes you can do. Not much needed. Now, I did my own kind of tomato sauce. Really just butter, melt the tomatoes down. Not real tomato sauce like I would use for pasta or anything, but just to make it red, to get the right color. Now, I am going to have to add some more real tomato sauce because I wanted a deep red, but you do want some of that flavor from it. Now, also what we put in here is jalapenos. I'm going to leave those for last. I'm just mixing this up. I have it at low. That's about it. I'm going to cut some more tomatoes as well. How many tomatoes I put in there? I put about 2 already, 2 full tomatoes. Again, I use Roma tomatoes this week. Season of garlic powder, regular salt. Unfortunately, the seasoned salt wasn't there at the store today and early this week, so I don't know what's happening. So I'm kind of out of seasoned salt, but make regular salt work for me. Now again, that rice is on low. Now again, this week, if you guys have any questions, let me know. And my wonderful fiance that's filming will tell them to me. Now I'm going to season that again. Now I'm going to use some chili powder. I want to get the red rice actually red, so that's another thing I use besides tomato sauce. And the red rice is spicy. I've done it really spicy once before. It was good, but it was really spicy. If you like heat, that's perfect. I love heat, but too much heat where you can't taste anything else besides jalapenos is pretty bad. So I'm just mixing this right now. And I still got the heat on low. You can probably see the steam right now. That's alright. Some more. Probably asking me why I'm not putting jalapenos. It's going to be one of the last things. But now, when you're cooking for multiple people and you expect them to come over at a certain time, that's pretty hard because you want the food to be hot, but you don't want them to have to microwave it because you lose some flavor from it. It's getting cooked a different way. So the less you have to microwave or the less you have to reheat it, the better. So that's the biggest thing I can say about that. Now I'm going to put some regular salt. Gotta be careful because I don't have the lid right there for this one. But I want flavor, so it's all good. As you can see, the red rice is getting red. I'm just going to keep on mixing that. So right now I have 3 tomatoes. I have some chili powder. Then I'm gonna add some more garlic powder. And then I'm gonna add some pepper. Now the pepper, just go around. Be careful. Don't want to sneeze. And I got some in my nose that I'm about to. As you can see, it's starting to get red. I'm gonna add a little tomato sauce now. Take a spoon. It doesn't matter what tomato sauce you use. Use whatever you want. And that should be good. We'll find out, but it should be good.
And Chef, no questions so far, but you're getting some compliments on your apron.
Yeah, if I were complimented, thank you. Now that's the color I'm looking for, right here. Alright. Now, I have a lot of spices, pepper, chili powder, jalapenos coming up. Put it in the freezer because I just want them really cold. That's the only reason why I put it. Now just be careful.
And you're getting a comment that it looks delicious.
Thank you. Now, I cut up 2 big jalapenos. I put about jalapeno and a half in there. Now, this is actually done right now. I'm just mixing it up. And that should be good right there. Just throw this back in the fridge. Call that a day. Now I'm gonna keep that at low heat. I'm gonna put this in the sink.
We do have a question, if you're
Yes.
ready for it.
I am.
If you prefer cooking on an electric stove or gas?
I prefer cooking on a gas stove because you can. I prefer cooking on a gas stove because you don't have to wait for it to heat up. You just put it on there, and you're dealing with the okay, what's the heat of the gas stove? What's the heat up time of the actual pan that you're using? So you don't have to guess that. You know, once you put it on, it's already starting to heat. Versus I'm gonna turn it on, wait for it to click on, and that. Some people have more sophisticated electric stoves, but I still love my gas. All right, I'm gonna throw this in the oven. It's at 4 o'clock, and I'm gonna let that cook for about 5 minutes. I'll be right back, guys.
The arugula ready, the arugula salad, got the rice. Guess I can show the plating setup over here.
Let's see. Next thing I want to do. Sorry about that, guys. Everything's sync.
You had another comment that it looks good.
Good, I'm glad it does. Biggest important thing also is continue to wash your hands throughout the process, especially touching multiple fruit and vegetables. Not just because of the cleanness, also you don't want to mix too much flavors. Because I don't want to have my jalapenos that I've just touched go into the tomatoes, because that's just bad. Also, you don't want to touch your eyes when you're touching the jalapenos, so that's always very, very important. Alright, I'm going to put butter down in here. And I'm just going to use the whole entire thing. Now I'm cutting up mushrooms because the mushrooms are going to go up top of the bread. Kind of same as last week. I'm just doing this really fast. No particular way I want it. You guys can do whatever you want. I'm just getting some nice cut mushrooms.
You have somebody asking what your address is. Sounds like they want to come over for dinner.
Oh, God.
That was Julie.
Oh, I live in California now.
And that she misses you as well.
Miss you too. Julie was one of my supervisors when I was an RA. For people that want to know.
And she also says she's going to make you some kitchen towels. Lawrence loved kitchen towels.
Thank you.
Does she have her own small business?
Sorry, I will answer the question. Oh, sorry. I am cutting the peach, and I'll show you guys another reason. It's going to go on the steak. Now, you may ask why I'm putting peach on steak. I've seasoned the steak, and I'll tell you that in a second. I've seasoned the steak with garlic salt, chili powder, and garlic powder. And peach is the perfect sweetness. And sweet and sour, sorry. And you just want that flavor. Just like I would put a lemon on here. Or a lime, I'm going to put peach flavor. Now, you may say that's weird, but your body wants sweet and salty. And it craves it. And it's a really good combination. And I'd rather have a peach than a lemon or lime, but some people prefer nothing on it. But you just now that's going to cook. I'm going to bring it up to high. And the bread's actually about to come out, so that's good. Now I'm just going to get the top of this. Get the juices. I'll leave that peach over there for a second. That I squeezed. Actually, a little skin. I'm just going to take that off. Alright, bread is done. Thank you. I'm just going to take it out and put it right here. I don't need to do anything to the bread right now. Everything else will take its time. So I'm going to clear that. I'm gonna let that cook. Once I see some action, I'm gonna start my time there. Because since I put the steak on there, the pan is getting colder, even though I had it at a certain level. So I still want that pan to get at a certain level, get some action. Or maybe my action, some bubbling from the bottom. So I'm gonna bring it up to a 7. And then once I see some action, I'm gonna bring it back down to a medium, which is a 5 for me. And then we're gonna go from there. Next thing to move on to is the arugula salad. I have the arugula right here. I'm just gonna put it in there. Presentation now. We're gonna start with the presentation. Also have strawberries. Again, put in the freezer. I bought them today. I want them really cold, so they're not frozen. They're just really cold because I put them in maybe half an hour ago. And I got some feta. I'm just gonna do this. I dropped some, I know. I want a good amount. Now you can probably hear the steak in some action, so I'm going to make a stop on this. That's back at a 5. I'm going to time that. Now, medium rare is probably the best of getting flavor. Some people like regular rare. That's not me. I like medium rare. And people that are coming over, I don't know if they like rare, but they're probably not going to get rare tonight. So medium rare, well done, or medium is what their options are going to be. When you cook for multiple people, you just rather go with medium rare, and then you can bring it up or down. Now, if they tell you ahead of time, then that's different. So I'm going to give that 8 minutes of action, and then go from there. Got my timer on, so I don't have to worry about anything. By anything, I don't have to worry about me forgetting about the steak. Strawberries, this is pretty easy. I cut about 10 strawberries, so you can finish if you want. My feta. This is easy. Now, cilantro and parsley are going to be over there. Again, same trick. The scissors. There you go. I was told by this trick by my fiance. When she showed me this, I was like, oh, this is so much better than cutting it up. Because you just take them and just do that. Now, if I was doing this for myself, I might use a smaller bowl, more personal, but I'm doing this for multiple people, so I want that presentation. Also, I'm not just going to have herbs for flavor. I'm going to put a little bit of salt to bring some of the herbs flavors out and some of the vegetables and the strawberry flavors out.
2 things. Well, your brother says you should trademark your stage name, Chef Roshow.
Which brother? I have 3.
Isaiah.
Oh, okay, yeah.
And then somebody, well, my sister, liked the trick with the scissors. Super handy.
Thyme. Pepper. Salt. Alright. Get your tongs out. Start mixing. And that's the reason why I didn't put all the strawberries in, because I'm going to put some more on top. I do this now. start mixing. Top sleeve. It might go some places, but that's why you can clean up later. And speaking about my brother, or my brothers, cooking for them probably was the best thing. Because my brothers are pretty straightforward with me. If something sucks, they would tell me. If it tastes horrible, I'll never forget, I cooked for everybody, and then I had to go to work. I used to work at ShopRite in the meat department. And I didn't hear anything back about the food I cooked. I got home, and I was like, so, hey, how was the food? Oh, it was good. I was like, oh, how come you didn't tell me? They told me, if it sucked, we would have told you. So, that's why I love my brothers. They straight up. Alright. Again, some action from the feta.
And you have your friend Catherine saying hi.
Hi, Cat.
Has she ever had your food?
No, she has not. People that I've only cooked for are from KU people and family. I'm trying to figure out, and people in California. Those are really the only people I cook for. Catherine's from high school. Haven't cooked for you, Catherine. I'm sorry. Maybe someday. And that's kind of it for this right here. I'm gonna put a little bit of pepper on there. I'm not gonna put any salt. I'm just gonna put pepper. We're gonna call that a day, and then until people come over. Now my bread isn't too toasty, which is not bad, but I am going to actually. No, that's fine. I thought it was 3 seconds, not 3 minutes. So I apologize for that. I'm just gonna put a little bit of olive oil. Sorry, not olive oil, vegetable oil. I'm gonna take a brush. I'm just going to start moving stuff out the way now. So I'm good.
Salad's looking good. So I'm sure the plating setup also before. Woohoo!
Now my oven is still hot, so I don't have to worry about reheating it, even though I turned it off. I'm just putting a little bit on there. I can put salt on it after, which I'm going to do. And I'm actually going to flip this in a minute, exactly a minute, so we're good. We did some action exactly what I wanted. Now, I'm going to take these
Coming over here.
mushrooms. I want the flavor from the steak. Now, obviously, if you're vegan or vegetarian, I wouldn't do this, but everybody coming over is not, so I don't have to worry about that. Take this tongs and I'm gonna rinse them off real quick. Oh.
Looking for parking.
I got a minute. That's good. I'm gonna start moving stuff out the way. That's the biggest thing you want to start doing. Is moving stuff out the way. If you can just tidy up, you don't have to fully clean up. But if you can tidy up while you're cooking, that's less of a mess you have to do later. Okay. Take the cream cheese out because I know I'm going to need it. Starting to get some more plating together. So I have the rice. The rice is still at low. I'm actually going to turn it off, which is perfect. Alright, I got 16 seconds, so now I'm going to take this and this. It's a big boy, so I'm going to flip it. I'm going to see some really good color. Look at that. Really good color right there. see where it is. So that's, see right there, that's basically the outside, depending on where I cut it, is cooked. But I know the inside itself isn't cooked yet. So I'm gonna do under 5 minutes, and I think we should be good. Now around 2, I might cut into it, but I'm gonna trust the process on this one. And the reason I know it, because I've cooked steak, I've cooked meats, and it's been basically a 10-year process. It takes time to know when something's gonna be done. I used to flip back and forth with that, and you lose some of the crust from the steak. So you don't want to do that. With any meat, pork, chicken, you don't want to flip back and forth because you'll lose some of the color that you want, that nice crust you want. It's all about experience, and gaining that experience from just cooking. And that's the most important part. Cook the way you want to, but when it comes to certain things, it's good to follow a certain process that will work out in the end and get you what you want. And that's all cooking is. You want your flavors, you want to bring your imagination to life. Kind of like I talked about the post, that post yesterday on Instagram, how I merge both of those process of cooking and design. I love to cook, and I love to design things. And having something from imagination come to life, and be able to taste it, be able to eat it, be able to feel it, be able to see it, is very, very nice process. And just trust the process in that. Trust your skills. Now, if you burn it for yourself, it's all right. Don't burn it for people. That's what I say. Practice. All right. I gave this a little toast, so I'm gonna take this out at 2 minutes. But I'll take those now. And then my friends are actually almost here, so I'm gonna start to plate on the rice. So I got that. I'm gonna actually get a bigger spoon.
People like what you said about trust the process. Someone said trust your skills, and someone said trust the process.
Cooking takes time. Speaking about cooking, it takes time. Like, you gotta mess up. You gotta try different things.
Experiment.
Yeah. Like, I don't have a creative mind just because I have a great imagination. It's about acting on those imaginations as well. And failing on that. Sometimes you learn from your failures. Sometimes you learn from your mistakes. Now I'm going to elevate this a little bit. I'll put some basil on there. Just some garnish. I'm going to put a little bit of garlic salt. The reason I'm using garlic salt because I don't want to use regular salt. I really want the garlic salt in here. And we're good. That's getting good too. I'm going to actually take this off. I'll move this out the way. Place this here for people.
Center salad.
The action. I don't mind cutting into this because it does need to cook a little bit longer for some reason. It's fine because it's steak. Now if it's chicken, I might lose flavor if I cut into it with steak. So I'm going to start cutting it up. Now, I'm not afraid about the bread because the stove is off, so I'm not afraid about the bread. So
You have 2 compliments on the cutting board.
that cutting board was actually a gift from one of my sister-in-laws, Nicole, for my engagement to my fiance.
Shout out to Nicole.
Shout out to Nicole. Now this is looking rare right now, so I'm actually going to throw this back on. And I know why it's rare, because it needs another 2 minutes, so that's not an issue. But the good thing is, my mushrooms are done. So I'm just going to take Check myself turn around a little bit. Take this mini plate right here and use that. My Roshows are going to sit there. I'm going to turn this back up. I'm going to put this on a 7. See, there's my timer going off, so I should have left it on a little bit longer. That's alright. I'm going to put 3 minutes on there. Actually, I'm going to put 5 because I need to bring the heat up again. I'm going to get some butter just to use the pan as so. So I still want some action. And I don't want to burn it, so the butter helps that. Still have flavor there on the bottom, so that's good. So the butter loosens that. It doesn't stick to the pan. It also helps that I have a non-stick pan, but that doesn't mean it's not going to stick to the pan. It's not stick. It just means it's easier to wash, easier to take off. Now, if I had cast iron, the same thing. Cast iron doesn't mean it's not going to stick to the pan. It's not going to burn anything. It's just going to take a lot longer. So bottom, because the bottom isn't. I don't mind doing the bottom again. Now, if I had to do the top again, that would be a different story. Now, I'm just going to take this little piece, put it there, and we're almost there, guys. Now, I'm going to turn this heat up because I want some action. That's alright. Once this is done, I can start moving around again. I'm done with the arugula right now, so I can move that out of the way. I'm just waiting on that. While that is getting some action, I can take the bread out. And I start playing with that. Actually, I'm going to leave that on there so I can get a nice take some cream cheese. Just putting some cream cheese on there. If you really love cream cheese, you can put more in there. But I'm just getting a nice layer on there. So we got oil on there. Mushrooms is about to come on there. I'm going to get this. Put a little mushrooms there. Put a little mushrooms there. Now, go back in here. Some pepper. Oh. A pepper shake is right here. That's what I was looking for. Salt. And I'm going to do some rosemary. If I can find the rosemary.
That's a white one.
Alright, found the rosemary. A little rosemary there. Steak is the last one. Perfect for me. Bring that over. Cuts. Some places it might have to go back on, but that's alright. Alright, and there you go.
Nice.
And that's how you do it. Now I'm going to put some of the steak back on for a little bit, but I'm going to wait. Hey! I'm going to wait for a little bit.
Looks like our friends are here to see
Friends
us.
are here.
Hey.
Hello. Chris and Amanda, you guys are on video.
You got the A for now. Am I on IGTV?
Yes,
great.
you are. So, people, if they like their steak rare, if they like the medium rare, then I can just throw them on. But some parts are medium rare, some parts are rare. There you go. That's how you cook for most people. Make sure you have enough food for everybody. And if you have more than enough, you can have leftovers. Alright, see you guys.
Ryan, that's so cute, man.